So we've got a large door ding here. Looks like it went through the body line a little bit. Gonna have to correct that body line. We're gonna be using the paintless dent repair process. Hi, my name is Tom Eister, the owner of Angelo Dent Removal, and today I'm going to be working on this 2024 GMC AT4 that's got a dent in the fender that I'll be repairing with the paintless dent repair process. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, in order to get started on this dent here in the fender, I need to have some access. So, generally, these fenders are, as you can see, this pretty open area here, and this is what I'm going to be working with. There's the dent, and the dent has actually kind of pushed in that body line a little bit, and we'll just have to reshape that. I'm working this dent out. I'm going to need some hooks with some rings on there, and I'm just going to use a tool. This is just a handmade tool that I made years and years ago when I started doing this process. And the hooks are going to be so I can get enough leverage to push this back to shape. Now, because this is so open right here, I need to get some leverage, so I will actually put the hook here, and I'm going to use the first little ring here. That way there I can get the proper amount of leverage to push this dent out. And it'll be done just like this. Now I'm going to start on the bottom of this dent, start working the actual body line back up, and you'll be able to see the actual pushes going into this. This is it's a metal fender. Metal tends to have a little bit more stability compared to aluminum. You got to push a lot harder when you're doing aluminum versus steel. Steel has a better memory when you're doing this. And you can see I'm pushing up the actual line of the body line to begin with, and then I'll start going in and fixing up the top part of it here. You can see how that's starting to move a little bit. And yeah, get this corrected right here. Keep moving in. And again, the using the hook over there to get that leverage. I'll show you that again. Angelo Dent Removal to the rescue. As you can see, most of that body line is back in there. And there's a little bit at the bottom, still needs to be worked out. Go ahead and try to work the bottom part of this now. And now let's go ahead and start working on the top part of this dent. Of course, on all these dents, you want to try to hit the center of that dent and gradually kind of move that metal back up. You can see some of those push marks are a little bit hard, but if you do that, then you need to go back in and actually tap that down with what's called a hammer and a knockdown. And I can just give you a demo on that as soon as I get to that point. So, see, these are coming up pretty good here. And you probably can see most of these little pushes. Sometimes you want to put a plastic tip on it, but this is pretty soft metal. You should be able to correct most of the stuff from there, even if it is pushed a little bit too hard. And there's just a little bit of a shallow low right there. Let me back the light off, and not the light, but the camera a little bit. You might be able to see the shadow some. See how there's a shadow right here? Usually you want to back your light up, things like that. And look down the actual fender to work these lows out of here. So there's these. You can see how it's still little pushes on it, and still kind of staying in the center of that mass and working the way out. And when this dent actually was put in there, you can see how there's little high crowns on each side. Generally that happens to almost every dent. The metal has nowhere to go. So when there's a dent actually pushed in, you'll usually have high crowns on each side. Kind of like if you threw a rock in the water and it makes ripples. Kind of the same concept with metal. So here's these coming down. Working around a little more. Kind of move my way out some. And then I'm going to go ahead and use a blending hammer here and blend some of that down. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the blending hammer, kind of hitting on the back side of it and on the front side. Step by step, so you'll know. Angelo Dent's the name you trust. Now you can see I'm getting to the final stages here. I'm going to take a closer look. You can see the little push marks in there. So I'm going to do something here, and we're going to eliminate those. I'm going to use what's called a denim pad, and we'll denim pad these down, which is going to be kind of like a light sanding. In order to do this, I'm just going to put a little bit of compound on here. And this attachment I have just goes on the drill. And I'm going to give this a light denim pad. Do it a couple more times. And one more time on the top a little bit. It's just going to help smooth everything out. Show you what it looks like now after doing that. Kind of gives it that natural orange peel look. And there's some little lows and things in there. You can go in there and still kind of pick those up too. But overall, the shape is all there. The body line is back in shape. I left the compound on so you can still kind of see where it was at. And there's the ending results, even going through there and picking those little lows out. You can see how that body line is back into shape. All the orange peel is right. Now it's always important after you use the denim pad that you want to do like a 3-stage. So you want to use compound, polish, and a swirl remover afterwards. So those are the 3 things I'm going to do right now. I'm going to start off with some compound. This will take away any of the, if there's any scratches or anything, this is going to help get rid of that. So we start off with a white pad. All right. And we'll wipe that off. Now we'll go over it with a polish. That's your number 2. These are all 3M products. You don't need to put a lot on there. Some people just put way too much. Now we're going to use a blue pad. We're going to use the swirl remover. This is the number 3. Just in case. Again, you don't need very much of this either. This will make it where when you're looking at it in the sun, you don't see no swirl marks from where you polish. I'm going to give you a close look. The polish, the dent removed, no haze, no work marks. The orange peel looks perfect. And that's how we repair door dings at Angelo Dent Removal. Another flawless repair, like it was never there. So if you could take 1 second and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel to better know the benefits of paintless dent repair. If you'd like to know if your car is a candidate for paintless dent repair and have damages that were similar to this, give us a call at 325-703-6149 or stop by and see us at 2315 Sherwood Way, San Angelo, Texas. My name is Tom Eister, and thanks for watching.